Oh, yeah, it's your boy Live Wire, and I'm back in the motherfucking building, baby. We are 4 days away from E3. Actually, we are under 4 days. What time is it? No, not quite. Almost, but not quite. Because it is technically 3:53 where I'm at, so it is almost 4 days away from E3. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. I am ecstatic. And Xbox has gotten its swagger back. Basically, I mean, throughout Twitter. Well, we all know they put up the campaign with the videos like "Come watch the E3." Um, with the encrypted messages within the videos, like if you slow it down and blah blah blah, they have like little messages. People speculate on when the console's coming out. People speculate on the price of the console. People also looking at it as far as the 6 is greater than 4. Meaning 6 teraflops versus 4 teraflops. So Microsoft and the Xbox executives have kind of gotten their swagger back, but that's just the beginning. So prior, no, let's say mid afternoon, maybe like one ish. Mikey Barra tweets out to somebody who was asking him about some 4 gigabytes of RAM, and Mike Ibarra tweets out, "Well, we technically had 8 reserved for gaming, but we went back to the drawing board and added an additional 9. So now they have 9 gigs of RAM dedicated to gaming. Wonderful. I mean, it's all good. Anything extra you can give towards gaming, it's amazing. But the thing is that people are, well, look, this is something that we already knew, right? Yes. But we already knew that Xbox had 8 gigs, right? They added an extra 1 gig, so now they have 9. PlayStation 4 in total has 8 gigs of RAM. In total, that means for the for gaming and for the OS. Microsoft has 12. So they currently before today, well, they probably before we knew today, they were allocating 8 for gaming and the other 4 was for the OS. Now they have one that floats, I guess, in a ways, sort of, maybe, I don't know, but it appears that now they have an additional gig for gaming, and more than likely right now they're not going to be using it to push any games, because I don't believe that any of the games that we currently know of actually need 8 to 9 gigs. So more than likely they'll just, whatever the extra gigs are from those 9 gigs, they'll just make the games run better, more efficiently. They basically create a cache, and a cache is basically for most of y'all already know, but for those that don't, cache is basically kind of where you go to pull resources. So instead of having the pop-ins and the crazy shallow draw distances, things will just run better, less pop-ups, shit like that, which is all good. I mean, actually, see, I want to see how that works with a game like, what had really bad draw distance. A game like the original State of Decay. Only problem is by the time Scorpio comes out, we'll already be playing State of Decay 2, so it won't even fucking matter at that point. But yeah, to kind of go back and see what Scorpio does for those games that did have issues like that would be kind of cool. Now I don't know if they could actually fix that, because technically you would think that Xbox One itself should be able to fix the original State of Decay, but I guess because of the engine that they used, and they basically wrote on the Crytek engine because they had limitations and all that shit, and they couldn't just put the game on a brand new engine. It would, as far as time, it just wouldn't make sense. So they kind of stuck into whatever their original engine was, and they tried to make the best situation out of a shitty situation. But hey, but it's cool, now we got this extra power. So now everybody's on Twitter is like 9 is greater than 5 because PlayStation only can use 5. It's technically it's 5 gigs of RAM for gaming, and then 0.5, which is half a gig, is reserved for operations, like if they're going to go like for containing apps. So it's like, oh, okay, if an app is going from, if they're playing a game and it's going from the game to Netflix or some shit like that, it holds its position. Now, this is something that we were accustomed to with Xbox One already because the ESRAM kind of controlled a lot of that shit. So we were always able to go jumping back and forth from games, but PlayStation didn't really have that aspect. Like they didn't have the auto resume. That was kind of like something that we automatically have from day one. They kind of got it later, but it only applies if they're only playing PlayStation. Like they can't go and just play any old like other app or game like that. For auto resume for Xbox is just across the board. Like whatever you're playing, you should be able to auto resume. Even though some games don't work. Well, 360 games don't work that well. Phantom Dust definitely doesn't like. Well, no, that's not true. Phantom Dust does allow you to do it, but you can't turn it off. So that's the only thing about it. Like it'll let me auto resume if I'm playing and I don't turn the console off. But once that bad boy goes off, it doesn't auto resume right after. There's only like legitimate Xbox One games that allow you to auto resume. Everything else is, not so much. But yeah, so we had Microsoft doing their presser. I mean, well, they're campaigning for everybody to watch their E3. You got the whole encryptions with the 6 is greater than 4, right? Then you have the Mikey Bar coming out with the 1 extra gig for gaming, right? Everybody's shitting on the PlayStation right now. And then the last ball drops, and I don't know, there'll probably be more, but Phil Spencer comes out on some like he don't even come up like straight up at you with the information. He kind of does it on the sneak tip. Like he comes out and he's like, oh, by the way, our E3 is going to run a little bit longer. So if you want, I would suggest you update your DVRs or something. Like he said some shit like that, or make the adjustments for your recordings. Everybody was like, wait, hold up. The shit was 90 minutes. Now it's not 90 minutes. Oh, shit. Because everybody was like, yo, how are they going to have enough time to show Scorpio in games? And now they're saying that they have additional time? Oh, man. Shit's about to go down. Oh, man. Shit's about to go down. Yeah, I can't wait, man. Shit's going to be popping. Yo, but, like right now, you're just getting like the little side hate here and there. People talking about, I don't even know where he come up with this shit about the fucking 1080 Ti. Why the fuck people keep on talking about this shit? The shit is more expensive. The shit is a chip that's more expensive than the fucking Scorpio. The Scorpio will even be. Like, the shit is far more expensive. Like, stop bringing up that shit. We're talking about a console we can plug in and play it. You can't buy a 1080 Ti and just play that shit. You need a fucking PC to put that bitch in, and you need everything to be compatible for it. So fuck out of here with that dumb shit. Like, that shit drives me crazy, man. Well, fucking these peasant-ass PC people talking about, oh, I got this PC part. Nobody gives a fuck. Right? And most of these people are fucking frauding. Oh, I got a shit ass PC. Because best believe, if I had a top of the line PC that had all the bells and motherfucking whistles, I wouldn't give a fuck about no console. I'm talking about my PC done cost damn near somebody's car. Why the fuck would I care about what somebody has in a console? I'm in a different tax bracket. I'm able to afford a $20-something, $10,000 PC. You know what I mean? Like, why would I give a fuck what somebody pays for, has in their fucking $400, $500 console? Like, that makes no sense. Like, nobody, the fucking dude driving down the street with a Ferrari doesn't drive up to a dude with a fucking brand new Honda Accord and be like, my car's faster than yours. Like, why the fuck would he? He already knows that. like, like that shit don't make no sense. No, you know my car is faster than yours. It costs like, you know, like 300,000. Like, yo, you paid for an expensive car, and therefore you should enjoy what you have. But it's just like, why would you compare that to a car that's like 20 grand? That shit doesn't make any fucking sense, like, at all. Like, and I don't understand why these guys constantly butt heads into console discussions when they're not console guys. They have no interest in it whatsoever. As far as they say, consoles are shit. They're peasantry, or whatever the fuck they say, right? This, that, and the third. But yet they're always butting their head. You know what? Because to be honest, I think a good handful of PC gamers aren't real fucking gamers, man. These motherfuckers rather, you know, fucking tinker in their fucking PC all day than actually play the game. They probably spend about a good 25% of their time gaming, and then the rest of the time is all fucking with the goddamn settings, fucking with the chipset, all that other shit. They're not fucking really gaming like that, man. Because everything it comes down to is like, oh, well, this chip is better than that chip and blah, blah, blah. Nobody gives a fuck about your chips, buddy. Because you're a fucking PC. You could put whatever the fuck, you could put a nuclear bomb in that motherfucker and have that shit run whatever the fuck you want. Right? Because it's a fucking PC. You could do whatever you want with it. You can have a PC the size of a fucking desk. Some people build PCs and make them look in the shape of figures and cars and boats. I want a boat PC. Dude built a boat. Like, he had a casing for his PC. Basically, he built a boat, you know, and then put his fucking computer in there. He turns it on, fucking lights up, and ahoy matey and all that shit like that, you know. But it's a personal computer. You can do whatever the fuck you want with it. Whatever the fuck. Knock yourself out. And nobody's saying don't enjoy it. But when you're coming over here to the console side, like, no console guy, look, this is shit that drives me crazy. No console guy is jumping into a PC conversation talking about the Scorpio's better. This shit not happening. That's not what's happening. What's happening, like, you're not having the two guys, but TI, 1080 Ti, and RX, whatever the fuck, and all this other bullshit, right? No console guy is looking at this like, oh, you know what? Fuck that. Yo, Scorpio is gonna be better than that. No, none of them are saying that. It's PlayStation and Xbox. Nintendo, obviously, they're nobody's paying attention to it. Like, Nintendo, people like Nintendo and they like the Switch and all that shit, but when it comes to this console shit, Nintendo's not a console anymore. It's a hybrid. So anyway, it's like the fucking that hybrid car that half runs on gas and electric and shit. It's whatever. So, but anyway, you have two conversations: PlayStation versus Xbox, PlayStation versus Xbox, and then always a PC guy. And it's only it doesn't matter who's winning. It could be a conversation where the Xbox winning. It could be a conversation where the PS4 is winning. But the PC guy will always jump in and say, well, PC is better than Xbox. I'm like, hold the fuck up. Like, what the fuck is going on, yo? And be like, yo, I can play all your games over here. I can blah, blah, blah. And they always say that. I can play all your games on my PC. Yet numbers show that PC gamers don't play Xbox games on PC. They don't. The numbers show it. As of right now shit could change. Maybe that number can grow. But as of right now, Xbox gamers destroy PC gamers and playing Xbox games on Xbox. They destroy them. Like, it's not even close. Not even fucking close. And then the PC gamers will always come up with the argument, well, we don't like the Windows 10 store. Well, if you didn't like the Windows 10 store before, why the fuck would you bring up the argument that you can play all the Xbox games on your PC if you don't like the store that it comes from? It doesn't make sense as an argument. Then you're just talking shit. You're not saying anything. Well, I could if I wanted to, but I don't want to because I don't like the store. Then you're not going to. So it doesn't matter. You're just talking shit. Like I could fuck a fat bitch if I wanted to, but I don't want to, so I'm not. Like, what the fuck is the point of me even making the statement? I don't, I could fuck a fat bitch. I could, but I don't want to fuck that fat bitch, so I'm not going to. But I mean, I'm saying I could though if I wanted to. But like, what the fuck? Like, what are you talking about? Like, that's the shit that's crazy, man. Like, these dudes, they want to have their cake and eat it too. And the other thing that's so crazy, especially with the PC guys, is most of these guys don't have dope PCs. Don't let the bullshit fool you. These motherfuckers are peasants, because if they had a quality PC, they would not be talking about consoles, period. If your PC shitted on everybody's console and your PC could do 4K 60 and your PC could do all the ultra settings and your PC could do all this astronomical shit, you wouldn't give two shits about console. It's only because your PC isn't worth a goddamn thing is the reason why you're worried about fucking consoles, because your shit ain't worth shit. You got a bullshit ass PC. That's why you worried about consoles. So get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, bruh. I'm talking all this PC shit. You ain't got shit. You got a shitty ass PC. That's why you worry about consoles. That's the only reason why you worried about consoles, because your PC is shitty. That is the God's honest truth. Now back to the business of Scorpio. With it's man, they swagging out here, right? They really are, man. Scorpio is just like, right now it's like they ain't got all these marketing deals, but they really just jamming on motherfucker, man. They out here doing what LeBron was doing before fucking the Warriors got fucking KD, man. They just dunking on motherfuckers, staring in their face, mean mugging. Oh man, this shit is crazy. But it's wonderful. Like, this is the Microsoft that I like to see. Like, Phil is the subtle guy. He's a sneak tip guy. He's like, look, man, I just want everybody to play the games. And then all of a sudden, he's just going to have fucking deals here, deals there. But, shit is coming. Shit is coming. Like, this is the thing that a lot of people were telling me, and they're like, oh, man, I'm worried. Microsoft's not saying shit. Oh, I'm worried. Microsoft's not saying shit. I don't know if they got games. Well, if Microsoft didn't have any games, think about this. If Microsoft didn't have any games, why the fuck would Phil Spencer say, wait for the games? I'm just saying, if Microsoft had no games to show and people were asking to pre-order Xbox Scorpio, why would Phil Spencer say, wait to see the games? I'm just saying. It just, like, if you don't have, look, if you a hustler and you trying to hustle somebody and somebody's ready to buy your shit, you're not going to tell them no unless you know your shit is so fucking popping that you be like, you know what, bro? You got to chill out, man. You ain't even ready for this shit yet. Nah, you ain't even ready. You know what? Just chill back. Yo, you got to get used to it first, man. Nah, this shit too popping for you. Yo, calm down. Nope, calm down. Look, back up, son. Back up. Listen, I'm going to let you try it, but you got to ease back. See, if your shit popping, you could say some shit like that. But if your shit ain't, you're going to be giving out free samples. You'll be like on some PlayStation shit. Think about, look at the vast difference between Xbox Scorpios being promoted versus the PS4 Pro. They basically came out on stage and was like, yo, listen, man, we got a PlayStation that does more shit than the other one. And let's talk about some HDR. So they get up there, they talk about HDR, fucking boring as hell, like a damn college lecture. Then he's like, all right, now you can see the difference between the sunlight here and the sunlight over there. And yeah. It's $400. And that's basically what it was, man. There was nothing to it. Like, a lot of PlayStation guys got super amped for it. Man, that shit was, man, the PlayStation Pro, man, that shit was fucking deflating, man. And the funny thing is, a lot of people are looking at the Pro's lack of success and trying to compare it to what's going to happen to the Scorpio. But the thing is, what's good, Arky? The thing is, you're not looking at the same thing. Like, Microsoft is promoting this. Even when Sony had the conference, I'm trying to remember what the fuck they called that shit. It wasn't PlayStation Experience. It was something else. It was I guess the reveal of the Slim and the Pro. They didn't promote the Pro as the next big thing. We were surprised. Like, the Pro didn't get a commercial for saying it was the most powerful console until damn near, I think it was January. It was either January or February, somewhere around there. And I first saw the first commercial saying, "Oh, the Pro is the world's most powerful console." You know, like, they could have said that at the conference. Actually, you know what? Did they say it? I'm trying to remember. Maybe it's because they said it, but they ain't had no confidence in their voice. I ain't believe them. Maybe that's what it was. maybe Cerny came up there and was like, "Yeah, Pro is the most powerful console in the world, and y'all should go get it." And I was just listening to him like, "Nah, I don't believe you, bro." But yo, this shit crazy, yo. This shit is crazy. Yo, I like what I am seeing from Microsoft. I like the fact that they're coming out swinging. I want to see the games. I know they're gonna the sheer fact that their conference is more than 90 minutes. It's just like, yes, they have got it. They are listening. They are listening. Like, they are listening to us. They are listening to that, the fact that we want to see games. They are listening to the fact that we want to see about the hardware, but we don't want the hardware to take up the whole conference. So now they're implementing enough time to just show off Scorpio. Do you understand how that shit is fucking amazing? Like, they could literally dedicate 15 minutes to Scorpio and then the other 90 minutes to just fucking games. Like, that shit is incredible. Like, that's what we want Xbox to do. That's what we've been asking from them. You know, that's what it is, man. And I can't be any happier, man. I cannot be any happier. I'm just ecstatic, man. This is the time that we've been waiting for. And the swagger is crazy. The swagger is crazy. I mean, yeah, you're gonna get the fucking salty ass PC dudes. They're gonna throw up pictures of their fucking RX 555, whatever the fucks, you know, and all that bullshit. And they'll be like, "Oh, my PC is so much more powerful than your Xbox Scorpio." I'll be like, "Yeah, I don't." Bro, I paid $500 for this shit. Like, I don't give a fuck about your PC that cost you like $3,000. Like, you paid significantly more than I did. So therefore, yeah, I hope you do get a better performance out of your PC. I mean, you paid for it. Shit, I would hope so. But yes, it's good shit. It's good shit. You know what? Let me. I'm about to check over here real quick to see what is going on. Here we go with the bullshit. Here we go with the bullshit. So we gonna act like Crash, Spyro, Jack and Dexter, Ratchet and Clank, God of War, SOCOM, Sly Cooper, Gran Turismo, Siphon Filter didn't exist. This is the shit that I just like. The funny thing is, like, with these PlayStation guys, man, yo, they talk power so much. Like, the fucking changing of their narrative is beyond just belief, man. Like, remember when the generation started, their exclusives were Resogun, fucking Knack, and motherfucking Killzone. Resogun, Knack, and fucking Killzone. And anytime you watch a media outlet, anytime you watch the YouTuber that was pros PlayStation. What did they promote? Did they really promote neck? Hell no. Did they really promote Killzone? Even though it was probably the best looking console game at that time, right next to Rise? Hell no. What did they promote? Resogun. That's how low these motherfuckers were at the beginning. Listen, they promoted Resogun. They promoted Warframe. I remember PlayStation gamers hyped up Warframe like a motherfucker. Oh, Warframe is the shit. Warframe is that. You get to be this ninja robot, jump around and all this gun shit. Man, I played that shit. I'm like, eh. I'm like, yo, this is what y'all was talking. I thought this shit was lit. I played the shit. I'm like, it's all right, but it ain't. Y'all was talking about it like it was the best shit to slice bread. Like, y'all motherfuckers was starving for real. Y'all ain't had nothing to eat out that motherfucker talking about some goddamn Warframe, Resogun, and Killzone. Shit. Game was fucking, oh my God. Shit was ridiculous. And so you had that. The Infamous came, and that's, another graphical showpiece. Was very pretty. Looked very close to as good as Killzone, but it was boring. And the funny thing is, Dead Rising got a lot of shit because of his frame rates and all that shit. Which it did have some frame rate issues. It was definitely a lot slower. But you're talking about one, and they would compare Dead Rising to Infamous. They'd be like, "Well, look at Dead Rising. Shit got 720p. It's got frame rates that dip into the like 27 because it's supposed to, or 2023 or something like that." And they would just shit on the game. But I'm like, yo, like, one, you're talking about a game that's open world, and mind you, it's not both Infamous and Dead Rising are very similar in their open world style. It's not open world. And the only difference is you're talking about Dead Rising. At any given time, you have thousands of enemies, all different on the screen. Infamous, you were fighting about the same 7 motherfuckers the whole game. Like, the fact, like, this is the thing that was crazy. Rise just had similar issues as Infamous. Mind you, Rise is linear as fuck. It's a great story, but it's all pushed by the story, right? And they had the issue where a lot of the characters had the same faces, right? You got the big fat motherfucker with the shield and sword. Same face as all the big fat motherfuckers behind them. Like, they didn't have a different haircut, no different hair color, all the same fat motherfucker. Only difference between that and Infamous is they're wearing the same uniform. So you're talking about the same dude with the same face versus the dude with the same uniform. Same shit. Same exact shit. The only difference is one you see his face, the other one you don't. It's the only difference. They both had the same issues. But it's only looked down upon on Xbox. Unfortunately, I mean that's just kind of the nature of the beast at the time. And then after Infamous, the next game PlayStation got that was significant was Little Big Planet. Little Big Planet, because Drive Club was supposed to come out, but it didn't make it. So it came the following year. Yeah. Unfortunately. But actually, you know what? Did Drive Club come out? I'm trying to remember, man. Shit's slipping my mind. Yeah, I think Drive Club came out the following year, if I'm not mistaken. So missed the first full cycle, but it came out the second. So it came out with Forza Horizon 2, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, it came out with Forza Horizon 2. I might be wrong about that. You might want to have to check it. It either came out the same one or it came out whatever. But I think it came out with Forza Horizon 2. But yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like, the salt is going to get real. PlayStation guys are talking about games now, which they never did. Like, you know, the funny thing is, PlayStation gamers did not talk about games literally until January. They just started talking about games. Like, because remember, Uncharted came, and still, you're talking about the biggest hitters that they really had. Killzone. You're not going to talk about Knack, so fuck Killzone. I mean, fuck Knack. Killzone is their AAA for that holiday. Then they had Infamous. You can count Little Big Planet if you want. All right, whatever. Little Big Planet. Then they had Bloodborne, right? Actually, yes. Yeah, so they have Bloodborne that came out, The Order that came out. So that's 5 games right there, right? And these are like significant games, right? So that's Bloodborne. Now you're talking about after Bloodborne all the way up until I think it was August. Then you had Until Dawn, which is I think it's a double A. I don't think they consider it a triple A, but we'll throw that on the list nonetheless. You got Until Dawn. Then you had also you have Drive Club in there. And what the fuck else? Uncharted collection. They reissued The Last of Us because that was a big seller. Like I think The Last of Us might be PlayStation's second biggest game right after Uncharted, to be honest, because they bundled it just like Uncharted. Yeah, because for the holiday, I mean, because they didn't have shit for the holiday. You gotta remember, first holiday they didn't have much of shit. They had Killzone. They pretty much promoted PlayStation off the back of basically saying it was more powerful and it was cheaper. That whole first year, PlayStation was cheaper. The following year, it was not. It was more expensive, and Xbox sold better that year because it was like PlayStation was, I think it was 400 during that holiday, and Xbox went down to 3 because when Titanfall came out, they removed the camera and all that shit. Right after Titanfall came out, they removed the camera and all that shit, and then Xbox went from 500 to 350, and everybody was like, "Oh, they dropped the price of the fucking Xbox." No, bitch, they took the camera out because at that time, if you tried to buy the Kinect without, like, if you bought a console, which was 350, and you wanted to buy the Kinect, that bitch wasn't $100; it was $150. Now, mind you, I have 2 Kinects now. My first one came with my console. My second one I got off of Amazon. I think I paid like $50 for it or some shit. And now, mind you, that was in August last year when I bought it, because when I got my Xbox One S, I needed another Kinect because the one that I currently have I put in the bedroom, and the one I need in the living room, because my wife likes Kinect and we use Kinect and turn the TV on and off and all that other shit. I mean, Kinect has its purposes especially if you're not. I don't use it for gaming at all, to be honest. I use it mainly when I'm watching television because a lot of times we eat in the living room, and I don't want to have to pick up the remote in order to change the channel, go to whatever fucking thing I'm trying to watch or whatever. It's just easier for me to do that with my voice, and I have to fucking constantly wipe my hands down every time I touch the goddamn remote. I'm just saying. So, but anyway. So you had the price drop, and then that holiday it was Xbox was cheaper $100, and it won that holiday. That was 2014, I believe. I think yes, because Xbox came out 2013, so 2014 it won that holiday. Then last year PlayStation won that holiday, and it won back-to-back holidays. But last year was close. The year before they won kind of big. I think that's where they really got their lead. It wasn't really this year per se. They did, and I'm talking about the U.S. I'm not talking about overseas. I don't know what the fuck they do over there. But PlayStation really got a lead in the States in 2015 when they also dropped the price of their console. And I think that was when they had Call of Duty for the first time. So it was just like, a lot of people that were hardcore Call of Duty guys went out and bought the PS4 for Call of Duty. Because if you're in a tournament, that's where they're going to be played. Whether you like the controller or not, look, man, if you're a Call of Duty player, that's where you're going to play. It is what it is. It'd be no different than fucking Street Fighter. If Street Fighter when it was on Xbox, people it did all the tournaments on the Xbox, but then when it moved over to PlayStation, people did it over there. So it is what it is. But I like the direction that Xbox is going. Like they have this confidence about them. Look, man, you're not going to see a company have confidence if they feel like if they don't feel they have a quality show. So, and the thing is, Microsoft listens. Like, I mean, Mikey Barber like eavesdrops into TRX, TXR. I mean, and Mooch's Crossfire show here and there, and Xbox Nation. Like he keeps his ear to the ground, especially when it comes to Xbox. Now, does he listen to PlayStation podcasts? No, not really, because I mean, those aren't the people he's catering to. To be honest, I wouldn't expect most Xbox execs to cater to PlayStation gamers because those people are full of shit. And the reason why I say they're full of shit is because PlayStation gamers will ask people for some shit that they know they don't want to play on their console. They'll be like, well, this is the type of shit a PlayStation gamer will say. Oh, well, I would have bought this on Xbox if they had it. And then when it gets it, they don't buy it. You see what I'm saying? Like they do it. They say those things in order to be like, oh, well, I'm an all-around gamer. If Xbox had more of the stuff I wanted, I will buy it. But then you play Call of Duty on fucking PlayStation most of the time. So what are you fucking talking about? Like I don't get like if it's all about, oh, well, this experience, that experience. Like I listened to Porter Rock's podcast the other day. His 60 frames no lag, and he was talking to a couple of PlayStation guys, and one of the dudes was like, yo, Gran Turismo is the best. And then they were like, well, did you play Forza? And he's like, nah. And I'm not saying Forza is bad, but I just know that Gran Turismo is the best. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, you tripping. Like, that shit crazy, yo. Like, you can't tell me that fucking Gran Turismo is like this amazing game and is leaps and bounds ahead of Forza. Forza wins all these awards, but you're just like, no, I didn't play Forza. And mind you, this dude has the Xbox. And he's talking about he's going to get Gran Turismo on PS4. And I'm trying to wrap my head around, like, hold up. If the best racer is on Xbox, right? You got multiple choices of it. You have the Forza Motorsport series and you have the Horizon series, right? I'm trying to understand this. And then you have Gran Turismo, and you're telling me you're more excited for that snooze fest of a game, Gran Turismo, than either one of the Forzas? I'm trying to wrap my head around, like either you're the biggest fanboy ever, because that shit makes absolutely no sense. To me, that's like an Xbox gamer saying I'm more excited to play Rise than God of War. Like, come on, man. Like, I love Rise, but we know it's not on the same level as God of War, at least not as of yet. Now, could it get there? Yeah, maybe if they made a sequel to the motherfucker. But I'm not going to come out my ass and be like, this new, and I'm talking about the new God of War, because obviously the older God of War played completely different from Rise, so that wouldn't even be a fair comparison. But I'm talking about the new God of War. Playing the new God of War is going to be more exciting than playing Rise. Rise had a great story, but obviously it was missing a lot of things. And PlayStation is going to put their all into fucking God of War. So, it just doesn't make any sense to me, how you could look at the two and be like, nah, Rise is better. Like, nah, you wilding on that one. You want or fucking when people would say stupid shit like Killzone. Like, yeah, I mean, Killzone's been out for, I don't know, they have like 4 or 5 different games for that shit, you know? And motherfuckers would get up there and be like, yo, Killzone's better than Halo. And I'm like, Killzone might be graphically better than Halo, but Killzone is not better than Halo anywhere else. Like, anywhere else. Like, this shit is not even close, man. You got to understand, Killzone, the reason why Guerrilla Games is able to do a game like Horizon Zero Dawn is because of the lack of success with Killzone. Because Killzone was never a game that really set the. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, Horizon Zero Dawn might be the most successful game Guerrilla Games have had to this point. I mean, let's be honest. You know, they've never really set the world on fire. I mean, the most excitement I've seen from a Guerrilla Games game was probably Killzone 2 when they had that fake ass advertisement, all that CGI, and everybody was like, oh my God, this is fucking PS3 gameplay. And that shit was fake as hell. That shit was fake as hell. They was telling lies. They was telling hella lies. You know, but look, man, this shit is crazy, yo. Let's see. What's popping in the chat? Other Zinc, what's going on? So you got Forza Motorsport 7, 4K 60 locked. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it will be. Spiting. Feel true power. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, I can't wait, man. It's just gonna be amazing. Amazing. I want my pupils to dilate just like that. Like I became a heroin fiend without the heroin. Because that shit'll fuck your life up. Don't do drugs. Don't do drugs, people. Michael Addo. What's up? Yeah, what's up, man? What's going on with you? You got Jack Purchase. 6 is greater than 4. Abso-fucking-lutely, baby. Absolutely is greater than 4. It was like, that is a factual statement that is not opinionated. No alternative facts here. Bats 130, what's going on? Worst draw distance, Operation Flashpoint, Dragon Rise, Soldier looking like ants. Ooh, I don't know about, I haven't seen that game, but I'll take your word for it. Actually, you know what is crazy? Before I get into more, Xbox, you know what? People were complaining for the last 4 or 5 months that Xbox wasn't showing no games. Now it seems like every other day they're releasing some fucking indie AA game. Like I was playing the Cullen yesterday. That shit's all right. That shit is okay. That shit is the Hunger Games for real. I was playing that shit. I was like, yo, all right, I can fuck with this. This shit is nice. Like that Cullen game, like basically you get dropped off in a pod. It's straight up like Hunger Games. Straight up. Except for you're not as close to one another. So it's more like you're at a distance. You don't really see anybody, and then you kind of run into people. And they constantly got shit popping off. The game motivates you to have interactions. Like sometimes you can set off gas bombs and kind of corral people to get to your area so you can attack them. Other times the game itself will do it. They'll be like, all right, we're going to heat up outside, forces everybody to go inside. So then inside you have more close encounters. Like the game is dope. I got it's not the most polished, graphically, all this. Yeah, it's not that, but it's definitely a quality game. And I recommend, and for the price, it's like $25. Hell yeah. $25. That shit is hot. All right, let's see who else is up in here. Let's see. Kurt, what's going on? Feel true power. Yep. he writes 6 is greater than 4. Facts. 9 is greater than 5. Factual. That's what's up. You got Flip Money. What's going on, Flip? Nothing much, just chilling, man, doing my live stream. Oh shit, we got Showstopper up in this motherfucker. What's going on, show? What's poppin'? He's like, it just got real. Hell yeah, it did, man. Shit got super real. It got super duper duper real. Like, this shit's crazy, man. This shit's crazy. It's about to go down. Like, this is, this E3 could be crazy. Like, and people aren't looking at the whole, like, everybody's looking at the floor layouts of like Xbox and PlayStation and Nintendo, and like, oh, why did Microsoft move? Is Microsoft scared? If you notice the positioning of Microsoft is right next to all the major third-party studios. All the third-party big publishers, that's right next to Microsoft. So it wouldn't surprise me in the least that Microsoft has not only games playing on the Scorpio where they're at, but also playing on the Scorpio where those third-party publishers are. Shit wouldn't surprise me. It makes perfect sense for Microsoft. I'm just saying. Let's see. Danny, what's going on? He's like, 6 is greater than 5. Yep. Well, he said PC is not a console. Yeah, I know, man. I try to tell these people, but they don't fucking listen. Like, PC guys are crazy, man. I'll be like, yo, PC is not a console. And they'll be like, but it's a platform. I'm like, duh, motherfucker. Like, what? Like, what are you, what the fuck? Where the fuck did they come up with this shit? PC is a platform. Who don't know that? Oh, my fucking cell phone is a goddamn platform. I'm just saying. Like, what the fuck? Jesus. Oh, man. Is that show said Count Dracula, aka Black Bond, is watching, bro. His video will be up in 5 minutes. Oh, damn. He's watching me? Oh, shit. Oh, well. I don't watch this shit anyway. So it don't bother me none. He can say whatever the fuck he wants. I don't give a fuck at all. I just can't watch that snoozy motherfucker, man. That shit is dreary to me. I can't watch it. I mean, maybe if I was tired and I was up and I needed something to take me down for the rest of the night, maybe sure. Born to tease, too many games for 90s. I don't know what that means. He must be talking to somebody specifically. Let's see. Marvel fan, what's going on? When Scorpio comes, 1080p is no more. Yeah, it's gone, baby. 1080p is a wrap. Now, I'm not saying, look, man, if you got a 1080p TV and you got Scorpio, you was so good. Like, look, don't think that you getting the Scorpio has to make you rush out and get a 4K TV. Look, man, if you got a choice between a 4K TV and a Scorpio, baby, get the Scorpio, because at the least it's going to make your 1080. It's still going to look better than anything on PlayStation. Straight up, it's going to look better. Like, it's going to look better. It is what it is. It's going to make your 1080p look even more 1080p than 1080p could look. The shit is going to push that bitch to the max. So, I mean, I say rock with it, man. If you got a choice between Scorpio and a 4K TV, wait on that 4K TV, get that Scorpio, and then when you get your money up, get your bread up, get that 4K TV. Get the one you want. You get the one with the HDR and all the bells and whistles and all that shit, if that's what you want. Let's see who else is up in here. Endless Echo. 6 is greater than 4, but 350 is what? Oh man, is better rather than I'm a little lost on that statement, but I think I get what you're saying. You're saying that 6 is greater than 4, but 350 is better than 450. I guess if that's where your wallets are, but you got to remember, man, it ain't just price. Like, there's a lot of shit that could be more expensive, but if it's better, and we talking way better, like we talking way better, We're not talking like this ain't no incremental upgrade here. We're not talking like some little shit. We talking some big shit. We talking some next generation type level shit right here. Like, you know what? I'm just saying, I'm not saying this is gonna happen, but I'm just saying I wouldn't put it past them. If a game like Shadow of Mordor's comes out at 4K 60, I'm not saying it's gonna happen. Let me reiterate, I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but I wouldn't put it past them that the game like Shadow of Mordor's will come out at 4K 60. I'm just saying it's possible. I think it's possible, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's see who else is up in here. Derek Sharp, majority of PC owners would not comment. Fact. That is true. On Scorpio, yeah, they don't care. Like I don't comment on Nintendo shit. I don't like Nintendo is a console that doesn't appeal to me at all. So I don't comment on it because there's nothing there for me. Nothing. It has nothing. Nintendo has absolutely nothing there. And it's not that it's a bad console. It's not that it doesn't have good games. Just none of that shit appeals to me at all. And it's majority for a younger audience. And it's just for me to buy will be an extra purchase that I'm not really going to maximize. I mean, even with the PlayStation, I struggle with the idea of buying it because I don't feel that I'm going to get my money's worth for it. And the reason why I say that is because I don't think that, like, everything I need is on Xbox. Everything. Now it's going to have the more powerful console by far. Not that difference between Xbox and PS4. Like, oh, it's a little bit better. No. That shit way fucking better. Way fucking better. Like, that shit going to be a difference. And yeah, it's just going to be a problem. I can't wait. I can't wait for the Scorpio. But, hey, man, if the PS4 comes down in price, maybe my wife will get it for me because I ain't putting money towards it. I'm just not. She'll probably be like, why the fuck you want me to put money towards it? I'll be like, yeah, baby, it's the principle. I can't spend my money on it. But if you do it, then it's you. But I can't do it. I can't do it. Because I can't do it. Because I know I'm not going to play it. Not like that. Like, yeah, I'll play it exclusive here and there, but the shit that Xbox is coming out with, like, I'm just telling you right now, State of Decay is going to consume my life for a bit. It is going to take my life. Like, and I'm not saying that they're going to do this. I'm not saying they're going to do it. But if they do, if they drop some State of Decay, and at some point in time, it has Walking Dead DLC, it's a wrap. It's a wrap if State of Decay has Walking Dead DLC. It is a fucking wrap. If they allow you to fucking play with Rick, Carl, Michonne, fucking fight against the governor, fucking Negan. What? If State of Decay did some shit like that, like do DLC, make it where, because they have multiple maps, make it where they have a map that is similar to fucking The Walking Dead, it is a fucking wrap. It is a wrap. I will be on that game. It is a wrap. I'm just saying, man. Carl, like I'll be on that shit. Walking around with Michonne, fucking with katanas. I'll be trying to save. You know what? It would be dope if they gave us the whole cast of The Walking Dead and like you allowed to like see if you could save Glenn and all that shit. What? Oh man, I'll be on that shit. I'll be on that shit. I'd be like, Sasha, no. Oh man, you don't understand. Like if the State of Decay came out, I mean, I'm just only the only reason why I'm bringing it up is because in the past Microsoft has done deals like that. Like even though Walking Dead, obviously that property will cost a grip, and they have their own games coming out. But I'm just saying, if they somehow convince them to be like, look, man, we'll do all the work. Maybe they'll do shit from scratch or whatever. They only need maybe the voice actors here and there or whatever, or maybe they'll just take it from. I mean, they have so many episodes, they could probably rip that shit from television. But maybe they do it that way, whatever, you know. But I'm just saying, man, Walking Dead DLC for State of Decay would be insane. Would be insane. I would love it. What's going on, Arky? Let's see. Endless Echo. Phil. Oh man, I don't know what that means. You know what? I'm gonna have to pass on that one and have to come back to that one later. Let's see. Is that Derek Sharp? Sony salty Sony fans Sunday? Yeah, they're gonna be salty. They're gonna be rather upset. Look, man, just you know what? When you see a Sony fan, be like, look, man, it's cool. Nah, it's cool. Look, man, look, it's you know what? Just hey, woosah. It's okay. It's okay. You don't look, man. Your games, just because they don't look as good, doesn't mean they're shitty. Just mean they ain't shit compared to the Scorpio. But that don't mean your games are shitty. It just means they ain't shit compared to the Scorpio. So from now on, just compare that shit to Nintendo. You'll be all right. You know, you'll get sad when you look at games compared to Scorpio, but when you look at them next to the Switch, you can smile again. So you'll be all right. Who's next? What's good? What's good? Yo, what's going on, Vendetta Project X? 3 days and the ponies will flip. Sure enough, they will. Yo, they're gonna be mad. There's gonna be some motherfuckers that just gonna like. I want us to be surprised. Well, look, you ain't gonna see people running the GameSpot to trade in their PlayStations yet. I mean, we still got a few months in order before the Scorpio drops. That'd be insane. I'd be like, dude, chill. What the fuck you gonna play for the next couple of months until the Scorpio come out? You just not gonna play nothing? But nah, I mean, I feel that once that bitch drop, you're gonna see a lot of motherfuckers. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if you see a spike in a lot of third-party games. Like typically that normally sell well on Xbox, but sell exponentially well because of the influx of gamers. I'm just saying, I wouldn't be surprised. 7 better than 4? The fuck 7 better than 4? They got 7? Well, I gotta look at that. I don't think there's no way they got 7. I thought it was 6. No, they can't have 7 teraflops. That's just crazy. I'm pretty sure it's 6. You gotta be messing with me, Arky. Let's see. Mike Khan, what's up, bro? Oh yeah, Bass, I see what you're saying. Now all good games, but Sony ain't about back compat, are they? Yeah, man. Like I didn't get that at all. I didn't understand them not being cool with backwards compatibility. I just didn't get that. It just seems strange to me. I mean, at the least they should make it where if you own the game on disc, that your PlayStation 4 should be able to read it and then allow you to stream it for free at a minimum. I mean, that's what I think. NY Gamer, Resogun was pretty good at least. Yeah, I never said it was a shitty game. I was just saying as far as Resogun's, the fact that it didn't get, it was getting so much popularity. That's not typically a game that you would, gloat about during the holiday season. That's bad. Because remember, that's when PlayStation came out, in the holiday. Like Resogun, if they make a Resogun 2, you're not going to see article after article after article come out this holiday about no damn Resogun 2. Nobody going to give a shit. But it was because that was the best that PlayStation really had at that point that they kind of hyped that up to crazy amounts. Z Black Rider, what's going on? And it's only Thursday. Yeah, man. The shit is getting crazy. Like they leaking out shit little by little. I won't imagine what they're gonna talk about tomorrow. It's Friday, unless they're gonna take a day off. They probably take Saturday off because their shit is on Sunday. So they're either gonna take they might take Friday and Saturday off from fucking around with Twitter and saying shit. Well, you know what? I think they're leaving right now, if I'm not mistaken. I think a lot of the execs are either on their way or landing at this point. So, because they still got to do all their prep for Sunday because they're first up, and they've been doing a lot of it in the office. So I think it's because they don't want a whole bunch of shit to leak like last time. Because you had that security guard that was a PlayStation fanboy that leaked all the shit on the internet. But it is what it is. Kelvin, what's going on? Ponies hyped up Octodad. Yo, damn sure did. You know what? Yo, they did hype up a lot of bullshit, bro. A lot of bullshit they hyped up, man. This shit was crazy, man. Arky says, I wonder if Scorpio will keep the name and if they will go with Xbox One X title. I don't know, man. That's a good question. I don't know if they'll keep the name. I don't know if they'll go with Xbox One X. I don't know if they'll go with Xbox Infinity. You know what? I think I'm just hoping that they put a lot of thought into it and they pick something that's good. I hope they don't just put, I don't know. I just hope it sounds good, man. Whatever they pick, I hope it sounds good and it makes sense. NY Gamer said, I beat Infamous Second Son and it sucked. I don't know if it sucked. It wasn't great. I don't think it sucked. It was just it was okay. It was like fuck. What can I compare it to? I would put Infamous Second Son on the same level as probably Quantum Break. I think both of them had their good points and both of them had their issues. I think the thing that hurt Quantum Break was the fact that you didn't have a section where you could do unlimited enemies for people that want to rack up kills and stuff like that. That's what really, or had DLC for it. But Infamous Second Son did have DLC. And actually, a lot of people said they liked the DLC way better than they liked the actual game. So, you know what? Maybe it did suck. Z Black Rider. Microsoft sent out a press kit today that had real scorpions in it. What the fuck? Damn. I don't know. They might be getting hit up by the Humane Society for that one. Be like, yo, they done captured all these dead scorpions. Or you know what? They're bugs. I don't know if people care like that. Maybe like if somebody sent roaches or whatever the fuck. Scorpions, man, that's just crazy. That's crazy though. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, Arky, I'll be doing the live stream during the press conference. I should be. I'll be live. In effect, it'll be one of the few times I'll be on camera because I know. I mean, it's just look, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. You don't want to look at my ugly face on a regular basis all the time. It's just it's just not. I'm not that entertaining to watch. That's why I don't really get why people like most of the time. I don't care for people being on camera. I mean, if you're having a full discussion or something like it's multiple people, then that's cool. But to be honest, on camera, just sitting there, just staring at, it's just I don't know. It's the only reason why I'm doing the camera is because of the reaction. So I'm giving a live reaction. But if it wasn't for if it was just a podcast, hell no. The fuck? I mean, people do all kinds of crazy shit when they're not talking, picking their nose, fucking staring into outer space. That's why I wouldn't do a podcast on camera. It's kind of a pointless thing to do. Let's see. It's Vendetta. When Scorpio was out, Digital Foundry will do Scorpio comparisons with PC. Mark my words. They will not compare to the PS4 Pro. That's how they will act. Media sucks nowadays. They will. It's no doubt. No doubt they will compare it to PC. No doubt. They compare the Pro to PC. So So they will get a Scorpio versus PC comparison, but at the same time, they will also do PS4, Xbox. There'll be PS4, Xbox One, PS4 Pro, and Scorpio comparisons. They will also do that. They're going to do it because the clicks warrant it. People want to see it. There's no, like they're not going to shy away from money. If it's going to get them paid, they're going to do it. And that's like guaranteed money for the next however long. And they're going to keep on doing it. So it is what it is. That's just the nature of the beast at this point. Yes, they're going to have Scorpio comparisons separate just to the PC, or they might do Scorpio Pro and PC, but they're definitely going to do that. He said Drive Club came out in October. Yep. All right. So I said 2015. So yes, 2014. Okay. I stand corrected. Let's see what else. Who else is in here? Agent Slugger. They're hating because Xbox One will have the best versions of games. Period. Yeah, unfortunately, man. Unfortunately. Yeah. It's that's exactly what it is. They're gonna be upset about that. It's a badge of honor that they have touted for the last 4 years. And the fact that it's being kind of ripped out of their hand, it's not even being like passed over, it's being taken away from them. And sometimes it's not a good feeling, especially if that's your primary console and you've been fanboying for the longest and saying that PS4 is all great and mighty, blah 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 blah. Hey, it is what it is, man. Dr. Gauntlet, what's going on? Glad to see Xbox countering misinformation and Sony. Yo, they have been on it. Yo, Doc, you correct. They have been on it. They've been slapping the fuck out of these bastards, talking all this dumb shit. And they're just making sure that, look, man, you're not gonna be saying some wild shit. We got you. We got something for you, man. Joe Sinister. Yo, what's good? Yo, what's good, Joe Sinister? I ain't seen you in a minute. What's good? Graphically, God of War, Gears of War 4 looks great. That's about. Oh, you talking about God of War? My fault. Because it's just called God of War. That's what threw me off. Graphically, God of War 4 looks great. That's about it. Gameplay looks like a shitty Ninja Theory game. I don't know if we've seen enough other gameplay for me to really judge it. To be honest, I think it looks more like the last of. It's like the barbarian version of The Last of Us as of right now, because he has the whole little kid thing. Yo, the only thing I'm gonna be like, yo, Sony, come on, man. Like, please don't milk this shit with the babysitting of the children in every game. Like, I mean, because imagine if Spider-Man has like, Spider-Man, you gotta play alongside Spider-Boy or some shit. Like, you'd be like, oh, what the fuck, Sony? What are you doing? No, we did a poll and everybody says they like children in video games. So therefore, all our video games will have kids in them. The next Last of Us, it'll be fucking it'll be Ellie and the old motherfucker, and Ellie was a young child and now she has a 3-year-old. You'd be like, oh, what the fuck? Who fucked Ellie and got her pregnant, and now we come back to The Last of Us 2 and her ass got a child and you gotta babysit her. So he's like, now you got a fucking disgruntled teenager with a 2-3-year-old. Oh man, that should be crazy. But hopefully they ain't on that shit. It's just a coincidence, hopefully. It's a vendetta. It's crazy that PlayStation guys had almost 3 great for 3 years, and now it's starting. Wait, what? Almost had 3 great for 3 years, and now it's starting for them. And 2018 PS5 will be their. Sony is always does this. PS3 had its good games when PS4 was. You know what? I will say that all right, so they had Bloodborne, they had Uncharted, and they had Horizon Zero Dawn. And mind you, only Bloodborne and Uncharted were 90s, right? Horizon Zero Dawn pretty much had the same score as Sunset Overdrive. It was like 86 or 87 or something like that. But those are good games. You know, they both consoles had good games, and both consoles have their moments of where they're down and they're not really doing much. You know, Microsoft obviously they get it popping in the holidays, and Sony gets it popping in the early spring. I think the biggest difference has been marketing. Marketing has definitely played a factor. Placement has played a factor, especially when it comes to these new titles, and then the rest falls on media as far as you know, who they want to promote versus the other. Now, the thing I'll say is media tends to do most of their heavy promotion for games during the early parts of the year, heading up into the summer. After the summer's up, there's so many games coming out that the media can't really push one game over the other because every other week there's a new game coming out. So I think it's up to Microsoft to be like, look, this is the trend. You know, for any game that we don't feel can be survive in the holidays, we got to put during the early parts of the year, and I think that'll benefit them a lot. You know, so hopefully, you know, they'll look at that. Let's see, Master Jazz, what's good? To be honest, this might sound harsh, but Xbox should give up on fighting Sony. I don't know if I don't know if they're fighting Sony per se. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if they look at it as fighting Sony. They just think they're just competing for their fans. You know, I think that's what it is for them more than anything. I don't see it as them going directly at Sony because, to be honest, Sony and Microsoft, as much as they do have something similar as far as multiplats, what they excel at are completely two different things. Like Microsoft is always going to excel in the multiplayer aspect of things because that's where their bread and butter is. That's what they're known for, networking and all that shit. And I think that, you know, the fact that Xbox didn't have a lot of multiplayer games, exclusives, I mean, is probably what contributed to people saying, you know, they didn't have as many games. Because think about it, Microsoft's true multiplayers, as far as exclusives, were Halo Master Chief Collection, Gears of War, and Forza. Those are the three main games that have multiplayer in it. That's it. You know, so well, you had two Halos. So you had Halo Master Chief Collection and Halo 5 and Gears of War Ultimate and Gears. So I mean, if you look at each individual, but I'm talking about as far as a franchise, you really just had Halo, Gears, Forza. That's all you had with multiplayer. Everything else was pretty much a single player. Like, the crazy thing is a lot of people complained about Microsoft not having single player. That's literally what they had majority of the time was single player. Quantum Break single player. Rise Son of Rome is mainly a single player. Sunset Overdrive is mainly a single player. Records are mainly a single player. Did I say Quantum Break? Yeah, whatever. I think I said Quantum Break already. But yeah, they just mainly had single players. Dead Rising is mainly a single player. Yes, you can play with another friend, but it's not really. I wouldn't consider those games multiplayer. You know, it's not really multiplayer. Those are really single player games. Let's see. Let's see. Xbox. Wait, hold up. I just lost it. Emerson? Hold up. What the hell? Oh, Prophet Diamond. What's going on? Halo Storm, what's popping? What's going on? Let's see. Let's see. It says 6.4 teraflops. Okay, nice. Let's see who else is up in here. I want to see, make sure to get everybody. Oh, what up, DJ Sing? What's going on? Let's see who else is up in here. All right, let's see. Oh, J Centuries. I just hate that they made what's basically a different game, but call it God of War. Yeah, it's interesting. Um, God of War is a game. Look, I mean, you know what? It's no different than the people that are the purists for games like Mario. When people get upset that Mario was a 2D game, and some people that don't like it when it's 3D, and then they go back and forth 3D, 2D, whatever. So some people are purists on that. Same thing with Sonic. So I don't know. I think we'll see. We'll see. We'll have to see. I don't know. Like to me, I don't know how action-packed things can be with God of War when you're babysitting the whole time. But I might be wrong. Maybe they like hide the kid or something. Like, every time there's a big fray going on, like Kratos is like, yo, go behind the rock or something. I don't know. Maybe that's what he does. Hey, Mike, what's good? All right, DJ Gauntlet. Xbox did not promote those games like they are huge games they should get. They didn't excite or hype people up, which is what Sony is good at. Yeah, I would say Sunset Overdrive's marketing was kind of shitty, to be honest. And that's not even really Microsoft's fault because Insomniac promoted that shit. They just chose that way to market it for whatever reason. And they marketed basically live action. Like it was like all quirky and shit. And that was a issue. They didn't really show, like, unless you were looking to play, like unless you were interested in that game, they really didn't show shit about the Sunset Overdrive in the commercials that I saw for Sunset Overdrive. And then on top of that, I don't remember them showing many commercials for Sunset Overdrive. And then they didn't have those games in the fucking sizzle reel. Like, that's one thing I say Sony did better than Microsoft. When they have games out during the holiday, Sony always does that big sizzle reel, right? And sometimes they put in games that are out during that. Well, most of the time it's games that are coming out in the future because God of War and Spider-Man were put in the sizzle reel this holiday, and it was like Uncharted, Call of Duty, and then it was like God of War and Spider-Man. And I give that to Sony. Like, Microsoft should do something similar. I don't know why they didn't. It seems like they always do everything separate. Like, this is a Battlefield 1 commercial, only Battlefield. This is a Forza commercial, only Forza. The only time they actually put clips of other games in it was when they did the one for the Xbox One S. But then again, it wasn't like they're showing the console, then they're showing HD. I mean, talking about Blu-ray, Ultra Blu-ray movies and shit, and they're not really showing a significant amount of what you're doing in the game. Like, I think most of those PlayStation commercials are about 45 seconds to a minute, and it's just all gameplay. And they could easily have done something like that. They just didn't. And I don't know why they didn't, but they didn't, I mean, because to me, it saves money. It's like instead of having to always put in, to, like, say if you wanted to do a Super Bowl commercial, instead of having to put in a commercial for every single game, you could put in put in that commercial, a scissor reel, and show off the games that you have. and in a way that helps, bring awareness to the games that you have on your console. I mean, that's partially Microsoft's fault, but I mean, I don't know why they didn't do it. I just don't know. But anyway, man, I'm about to get up. I've been on here, I don't even know how long, but it's got to be a minute. But yeah, man, it's your boy Live, and I'll see y'all probably. Well, what's today? Thursday. See y'all tomorrow, man. Be on GRG. We gonna have it popping. It was great last week. If you haven't watched GRG, it's on K Mega's channel. And it was a great conversation. We had PlayStation. It was a PlayStation takeover with Porter Rock and Jabari, and it was great, man. It was a great conversation, man. Everybody got a chance to really give their thoughts on gaming in general and their outlooks on what each company was doing, man. But it was dope. But anyway, this is your boy Live, and great discussion. And I'll be on here probably tomorrow, maybe. You know what? If something crazy goes down tomorrow, I'll be on here tomorrow too. But anyway, this is your boy Live, and I'm out this bitch, baby. Peace.